What's up, guys? Lo here at Jubilee Academies. We are at their Lakeview campus today with Counselor Garza and Mr. Victor, aka Baby Yoda.
I just learned that too. Yeah.
We're gonna have to get into that here in a second, Mr. Victor. But we're really excited. We've been doing these. I'm starting to call them the Jubilee field trips.
Mm-hmm.
So we're bouncing around to all of the campuses in San Antonio with Jubilee, and the main focus is really, recruitment, getting kids enrolled for that 2022-2023 school year here at Jubilee. It's a tuition-free charter school, which is so amazing, and we're going to get into some of the, awesome things that you guys are doing here, as well as new programs and stuff like that. But Counselor Garza, I want to start with you. There's a lot of unique things about Jubilee, and one thing in particular, I don't have children, but if I did, picking a campus, I think, is something very, very special, and the parents have that opportunity to do that with Jubilee, right?
That's correct. You touched base on the parents. I actually am a father of three. I live in Lavernia, so I live a little whiles away. But you're right. Education is very paramount, and I think what I've been able to I have the best of both worlds. I'm working with my kids who are in school. One just graduated from high school last year.
Right on.
One is graduating this year, and I have an 8th grader now. So I kind of bring that here, and I get to know what our students are really going through, and put myself in their frame of mind. So we have lots of programs here, which we are, we try to get students to benefit from our pathways. We have 4 particular pathways: animation, graphic design, culinary, and law enforcement. So we start them as early as 6th grade, course planning, doing career interest inventories, so we can really start planting the seed, especially here on the west side. I can tell you that because I grew up here, down the street. I went to Pedales Elementary, just 3 minutes down the road.
Right.
I was supposed to go to Kennedy High School. I didn't. We moved to South Side, and I went to Highlands High School, right? But I mean, this area is very dear to me. I grew up here. I walked around here. Probably did so many things that I shouldn't have been doing in the streets here.
Even
but,
you tell the other kids not to do, right?
Yes. So I mean, we have lots to offer here. Those particular pathways. I mean, you walk right now, and I walk through the halls, and we have our culinary department. The kids are cooking, they're baking. Our law enforcement. We have a great law enforcement teacher, Mr. Antu, who has lots of experience in PR with SAPD. So we have really awesome teachers. Our animation and graphic design, Miss Mancha, Miss Jimenez. I forgot to mention Chef Narvaez. I said her cooking, but I mean, I eat there on a daily basis.
They have the best lunch here at this campus, for sure. Yeah.
So we have those programs. We really want to students when they come to school here, day one, we're starting to preach. This is not something that when they leave Jubilee Lakeview that they are going to not leave with a college acceptance letter or certification in one of those 4 pathways that we offer. We're setting them up to leave with a plan.
Absolutely. And it even says it in your name, university prep. That is 100% what you guys are focused on. And those courses, and I guess those studies that you had mentioned, are those unique to this campus right here?
Yes. We share some. So I know our sister school, JSA, Jubilee San Antonio, they have different programs, but I believe I think we may share an animation one, but the programs like culinary and law enforcement, those are very specific to our campus here. And we have a sister school, a feeder school, Westwood, Jubilee Westwood. They feed into our campus, so I work with them as well. We go there, we do our career interest inventories there, because we really want to plant the seed, because what we found out in the past is, a lot of students, I don't want to go to college, I don't want to this. They haven't really had that seed planting, so we're really trying to get to them as early as possible.
Sure.
And that's where Gear
Mr.
Up,
Victor.
Mr. Victor is working with that younger group to really help that happen.
Absolutely. So it's a new program here that you guys are getting started at Jubilee, and it's called the Gear Up program, right? And you guys are going to do a kickoff very soon, but Baby Yoda, I'm going to ask you to, Mr. Vic, I'm going to ask you to just explain what the Gear Up program is, and then what that kickoff next Thursday is going to look like for you guys.
Yeah, so I hope that name sticks. It's sticking.
Yeah, I love that.
The first graders, they took it very literally when I said, you can call me Mr. Victor, you can call me anything you want, and so they took that very literally. They started calling me Baby Yoda, Boba Fett, Darth Vader, Mario, all these different names. But I think and I really enjoy it. and they do as well. So I wonder if they're gonna keep it up. But yeah, so I am Jubilee Lakeview's Gear Up Site Coordinator.
Okay.
So as a Gear Up Site Coordinator, I am going to be following the kindergartners to 7th graders for the next 7 years. So right now I'm working with kinder to 7th. Next year I'll be working with 1st graders to 8th graders, and then the next will be 2nd to 9th. So it's a cohort model, following them for the next 7 years. And during my time here, I'll be seeing 2 graduating classes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's really special. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I was a Gear Up student myself, back in middle school and high
I did
school.
not know that. Okay.
Yes. And so that meant a lot, because I'm the first in my family to go to college. My mom, working like 18 out of 24 hours a day, single mom, and it was really difficult to, just know more about college. So through the program like Gear Up, once I was in high school, I knew already about different colleges, about how to apply. I had visited different campuses. And so that's why we're here today. I think we're here to promote college awareness, to be able to provide those resources that our students need. And also not only that, but to for them to know that we're here for them,
Right.
that we believe in them, and to support them in any way that they can. Right now, I think this month and a half has been just really important for me to get to know all of my students. And so that comes with the Baby Yoda.
Sure.
And the rest, so.
And it's, establishing, there's obviously a respect level that has to be kind of set in place, but also, a positive relationship. I don't want to lean too far into a friendship because, again, like I said, that respect level needs to maintain there, but you want them to feel like they can come to you with anything really, and that you're going to give them the best advice possible whenever, they do need to reach out for a resource. So I think that's awesome. And the program, it's strictly during school hours, or does this even go towards after school curriculars, or how does that work?
So right now what we're doing is working during school hours, and just trying to get to know more of the campus right now. But as of the next academic school year, we'll go full on having different field trips. We'll be taking the students to different colleges. My idea, I tell them, is that I want to take them to as many colleges. So when I ask them how many colleges, they can't even count with their fingers.
Right.
So that type of thing. Providing them with financial literacy. So talking to them about scholarships. I myself, I'm a Bill Gates Millennium Scholar, which means that Bill Gates funded my university, all my college. And so that's what I tell them, is that now they think about I don't want to go to college because it's so expensive. Well, that's not the case, at all times. I tell them is you help me by doing your best in your classes, and then later on, once you're applying for college, we can help you with that.
Mm-hmm.
But also, we also provide tutoring services. So right now we have campus adventures, and so right now we have tutors Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for 2 hours a day, helping them with reading. So right now we're helping 6th graders and 1st graders, and then we'll be helping out other subjects as well. So, yeah.
Great, that's awesome.
Something on Victor was talking about too. We have a program where we have school links, which we utilize to kind of plant the seed as well.
Yeah.
So at Victor, and we also have a social emotional component here. So we have a couple other counselors who work the social emotional side. I do as well, but that's their specialty, right? I'm more of the academic counselor side of the piece. But in the school links piece that we have, they actually are able to go and take a look at different universities. Pull up their colleges, pull up different majors they want to look at. And the cool thing about the university view is they can take virtual visits to these schools, take a look at how much it costs to go to these schools.
Right.
And part of the presentation that I was giving to the students here recently shows them the cost. And I'm because that's one of the biggest things that I hear, it's too expensive.
Right.
But I'm you know what, it is expensive,
Mhm.
but it's about how, not you paying for it. It's about getting the scholarships, getting the grants. And I said, getting that financial aid application in, getting it early. It opens up in August every year. So next year's is going to be opening up, right when that school year starts. So it's about getting it done early, getting those and getting your college applications, and then you start worrying about the scholarships. But I told them, yeah, it is expensive, but it doesn't mean that you have to pay for it. And that's the piece we're in the process of.
And that hard work that you start, and even just the routine of okay, once I'm done with school, I get home, I study. Getting yourself into that routine, it's just going to make getting those A's and those B's a lot easier to get yourself to that level where, you get to go to school for free, and you get to learn about the things that you're really interested in that you've already kind of established, here at Jubilee, whether it be, you know, the law enforcement or the culinary or the animation
Right.
and the graphic design and stuff like that. So it's very, very crucial that we, like you said, plant the seed early.
It is very crucial, and a big piece of that is like our principal, Mrs. Reyna. She's an amazing principal. Just to let you know, amazing principal. She's not here right now because she is in working with teachers in classrooms right now, and she's developing those teachers, making sure that they know exactly what she wants, so she's been on campuses before and turned, you know, campuses around.
Yeah.
So that's what she's really known for. You know, they brought her in to like really make sure that this campus is doing all that we're supposed to be doing as university prep. So we're like constantly growing. It's a new campus, you know, like we've only been here about 5 years.
Mhm.
It kind of changed hands from one, you know, over to Jubilee. You know, we took over a school,
Sure.
a Christian school that was here before.
Mhm.
So we really have taken it on our own to make sure we turn this
Sure,
around.
yeah, revamp
Yeah,
it
to
and all of
revamp
that.
it and doing the culture and everything that we're doing. So there's so many different programs that we're implementing,
Yeah.
really trying to get that involvement. We have a really great senior class this
Yeah.
year. Not that we haven't, but I mean, these guys have gone like over and above. They did a whole bunch of extra volunteer hours. They put together a Christmas show.
Oh,
We had
I
a
love
lot,
that.
yeah. So we had a Halloween event here that was
Yeah.
like off the chain. Like I have pictures of this. We had the lines like all the way up. People were here. We had a film going on. We had a haunted house that they put
Yeah.
together. I mean, all the things that
That's
you know
awesome.
to build that culture. You need to have those fun things.
Sure.
And then you come back, and like I said, Ms. Reyna has given us the green light to make sure we have those events so that we can kind of build that culture,
Mhm.
build that, hey, you know what? And then they listen to everything else we want to say.
Right. So it's so important,
Uh-huh.
important because when you do that, you're building trust, right?
Mhm.
Like, wow, like these administrators and these teachers and these counselors, they actually care about what I'm into.
Mhm.
Maybe, you know, what they're telling me and what
Definitely.
they're saying is, you know, important. Maybe I should listen to what they have to say. Maybe they do, you know, they do care about my well-being and all of that. And, you know, as an adolescent, I mean, we've all been through it. Like, those times are so crucial. I mean, I have teachers that I owe a lot to still. And anytime I see them or you know, connect with them on Facebook, because you know, that's always a fun little thing. Like after
Yes.
you graduate, you can connect with your teachers on Facebook. But I always, Miss McMillan, she was my third grade teacher. I'll never forget her. She was
Miss
my
Williams is mine.
cheerleading
That's
coach.
your
Like
assessment, yeah.
anytime I see her, it's always, you know, big hugs and thank yous.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And I think, you know, I can get that sense of just walking the campus for 5 minutes that culture is here,
Mhm.
which is awesome. And it could be, you know, there for your students and for your children also, if you're looking to get them enrolled in the 2022-2023 school year.
Yeah.
We are doing an awesome giveaway with Jubilee.
Oh, wow.
So before I announce the winner, I'm just gonna let everybody know if they haven't registered yet, we're doing a free Chromebook every live stream that we do.
Oh,
So we've
cool.
given 2 away. We're gonna give another one away today. But before we announce that winner, I want to just touch back on, you know, some of the events that you guys have coming up, but also, you know, we're talking about recruitment and we're talking about, you know, getting students enrolled into the academy,
Mhm.
but that means we need to staff up, right? So you guys are going to be looking for, you know,
Yeah,
people
no.
to fill those extra positions. I know you guys had a job fair, I think
We
last
had a
Saturday.
job fair last Saturday. I can tell you, go to Jubilee Academies, look at the career section. We have a number of opportunities available. You know, and actually, you know, our salaries are very competitive. So
Yeah.
I know that they've done a lot to increase those salaries. I know that in the past, I've been in education for almost 10 years now, and I had taken a look at some of the salaries before at the charter school level, which we are. We're a tuition-free charter school. You know, the opportunities that we offer here are for that smaller setting,
Sure.
more one-to-one.
One-on-one,
And I'm telling you, I've met with every one of my seniors this year, walked them through a financial aid application, taken them through a college application. My kids, like I told you, they're at a big school, and I walked them through that stuff too. Nobody
Right.
sees them. They tell them what to do, but they
Sure.
don't necessarily get the guidance through that. So here, we're able to do those like one-to-one pieces. So as far as, you know, coming over and recruitment, that started already. So they need to hurry up and lock those. I know that our goal is to be at 600 plus for this next school year. So we're getting the staffing, you know, we want the teachers here. We're doing the development. So I mean, everything's in place right now for teachers to be successful here and for our students to be successful.
Right, so maybe someone watching is thinking about getting their child enrolled in school,
Oh, yeah.
but maybe they're in education too, and they're looking for their next opportunity.
Hey,
This
yeah.
is a, you know, it's a win-win here.
It's a win-win.
Yeah, 2 for 1. So you had mentioned about, you know, the culture that you guys are creating here, which I think is so awesome. I've heard about the talent show already.
yes.
That's going to be coming up. And then of course the Gear Up kickoff. What's that going to look like next Thursday?
Yeah, so actually they're both merged together. So we'll have a Gear Up kickoff event during the day, and we'll have 3 different sessions. So we'll have one for like pre-K to 2nd graders, and then we'll have one from 3rd graders to 5th graders, and then we'll have one from 6th graders and up. And that's during the day, so students will get to come in. We'll get to also learn about the different CTE, the different programs that we have offered here. And then we have lots and lots of prizes for them. So we have lots of door prizes. We have like a spin the wheel where they get to spin a wheel and then like, you know, get
whatever it lands on, that's what they get. Yeah.
So that's like really excited. Yeah, we got guest speakers as well.
Great.
You know, motivational speakers who are going to be talking to our students, and so we're really excited. I think that's like the first event where we get to like really show them, like I tell them right now, you know who I am, but maybe you don't know entirely, you know, what we do, and so this is the event for that.
Shower them with gifts.
Yeah.
I've been seeing boxes and boxes of different things come in for Gear Up. I mean, they have, like I said, the funding is there. We really want to just plant the seed and let them know that, hey, if you want, you know, we're gonna make sure that you're successful. That's what the whole thing is.
Right.
You know, we're gonna make sure that nobody slips through the cracks. And part of this is that Gear Up kickoff and combined with the talent show. So
Right.
Yeah.
I love that. That's awesome. Well, let's go ahead and give away our Chromebook. Okay, drum roll, please.
Okay.
Our winner is Marcella Ariano. Congratulations, Marcella. If you're watching, you just got hooked up with a free Chromebook thanks to Jubilee Academies.
Nice.
And we've got plenty more stops on my field trips.
Yeah.
So plenty more chances for you to get hooked up as well. You can get in to win at energy941.com. Just click on that Chromebook and register. And then when you're registering, go ahead and register your child at Jubilee.
Oh, yeah.
They're now enrolling for their 2022-2023 school year. Thank you so much, Counselor Garza and Mr. Victor, aka Baby Yoda. I'll never forget that. That's so awesome. And thank you guys for watching as well. We will catch you on the next one, and take care. See ya.
Thank you.